What if we would embrace incompleteness as a state of being rather than always trying to find something that's gonna make us feel whole? Do we ever feel whole in our life? Has anybody ever feel whole in their life, in this world? What if the missing half isn't something to fix, but something that allows for growth in unexpected direction? What if the definition of feeling whole that we think we need to adopt is BS? That's basically the kind of reflection that led me to the name of my YouTube channel, Half a Pear. By the way, hi, I'm Naomi, I'm an artist, and if you're new here, which pretty much everybody is new because that's such a new YouTube channel, well, let me introduce myself. I'm an artist from Quebec, Canada, the French part, if you didn't notice in my accent. And I started my art career pretty much 2 years ago, and I decided recently I wanted to start YouTube to share more about the process, my art process, and do vlogs and everything. So welcome, I'm happy you're here. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. So now back to my philosophical explanations of my channel's name. On top of the fruit pear coming from my family name Poirier, which means pear tree in French, also half a pear, half the fruit, half myself. It's kind of a reflection of, will I ever feel whole as a person? And also that being half a pear, half me is okay. It reflects the unpredictability of my path, of my life experiences of the past few years. Also the fact that I invested time, money, energy for stuff that I didn't pursue. I didn't complete it. It was not whole. I just did half of it, or maybe a bit more, but the stuff also didn't make me feel accomplished like I thought it would. So it kind of led me to feel a little bit empty inside, half full. I came to realize that we will never feel whole. We will never feel 100% accomplished unless we accept that not having it all figured out is kind of what makes life fun. Because we always want more, right? When we accomplish something, we're satisfied a little bit, but I don't know, I guess it's human nature that we always aim for more. In that sense, I don't think it's possible to ever feel whole as a person. And if we stop always looking for something to fulfill ourselves, something external, we will never really truly be happy. Does that make sense? When you think you really have it all figured out, there's always gonna be some things that happens that challenges a bit the balance of your current state. You can't follow a linear path in life. As much as we would love for it to be that way, it would be more predictable, we would all be less anxious. It doesn't work like this. We don't control our future. And if you are thinking that at some point in life, you will be in a spot where you're gonna have it all figured out and it's gonna be all good moving forward, I'm sorry to say that's a bit utopic. That's not how it's gonna turn out. And if you always think like that, you're gonna feel disappointed in life. And I feel like it's good to kind of like accept the state that you're in. It's good to embrace the chaos that you're in right now and try to feel whole even though you're missing pieces of yourself. But it's not really missing pieces. You think you're missing something. You're missing this new job opportunity, this diploma, this raise that you're expecting. You're pursuing a dream and you didn't reach it yet. So you're thinking that when you're going to reach this, when you're going to accomplish this, then you're going to feel whole and moving forward is going to be easier. But I don't agree necessarily with that. We're kind of like a species that always want more, right? And even if you're not like this, even if you're gonna think you're gonna be content with this thing that you've been expecting, that you've been wishing, as I said, you can't predict the future. Life is not a linear path. And if you depend on these events that you think they're gonna happen for your feeling of wholeness as a person, you're gonna be disappointed. You're never gonna feel truly happy in the moment, in the present. We should embrace incompleteness as a state of being. Life is more like a series of mismatched pieces, right? But you might think there are some people around me who seem to have it all figured out. They seem to be so happy, so fulfilled all the time, really have it all figured out. Does anybody really have it all figured out? What would they say if you asked them, do you think you have it all figured out in life? I don't think they would say, yes, I have it all figured out. Maybe out there's somebody thinking about you as a person who has it all figured out. Just saying. Anyway, I think the idea of having it all together is kind of a scam. Success stories of kind of just like a highlight reel of one person's life. Our nature kind of always leads us to always look for improvement. So even a person that you think may have it all figured out is always gonna be trying to fix things, improve things, and never gonna like stay in this moment and being, okay, I have it all figured out. My life is gonna be really chill for the rest, right? We always work towards new goals. We always want to improve stuff. When we think our basic needs are fulfilled, we have other needs popping up with more stuff to fulfill, right? All that to say, that was kind of like a big introduction to introduce the name of my channel, Half a Pear. As I said in the beginning, my family name is Poirier. It means pear tree in French. That's why I decided to name my channel that way, because I'm okay with feeling I have fulfilled, if you can say it. Like, this is kind of like a manifestation for me to try and feel fulfilled with what I have right now, rather with what I can possibly have. Of course, it's important to work towards like goals and improvements and everything, but life is chaotic, and as I said, there's always going to be other things happening, unexpected stuff, new problems, and it's never going to stop. There's always going to be things happening. I'm sorry to say, in life there's always unpredictable stuff, and that's kind of the message that I want to pass through this channel as well. I want my channel to reflect the fact that my life is chaotic, everybody's life is chaotic. Chaos is everywhere, and we should embrace the chaos. Certainty is kind of overrated. I feel like curiosity towards what's gonna happen in the future is better. If everything would be certain and expected, I don't feel like life would be fun that much. Life is also like the life path that we're like suggested to, that we should follow in society. The life path that society suggests to us is very linear, and there's like these steps that you have to take, these like steps in life, these like big events that like normal people would be expected to do, right? Like go to school, have your diploma, find your better half, get married, buy a house, have children, work all your life to finally retire and realize the dreams that you've been having all your life, right? That's kind of like the standard things that society is built on. It's kind of suggested to us that if we follow this path, we're gonna feel whole as human being. And I personally experience that this is actually a lifestyle that makes me feel very empty inside. And if I want my glass to feel full, I have to break these norms a little bit and live a life that for me is gonna make sense. And for that, I had to kind of pivot, start over, be behind a little bit, because, I mean, not behind, but like I dropped out of my master before finishing it, and then I went back to a job that I could have had during my student years. And probably 18-year-old me would be like, what the are you doing? Why don't you have like this big corporate job already? You're gonna feel so fulfilled with that like social security and this salary. Like, this is what we've been wanting. And then I did this and that didn't work. And I thought that I'm gonna be a whole person when I have this full-time job. But now I realize I'm okay with just being like a half adult, taking life as it comes, through the chaos, being myself, pursuing projects that really motivate me. Also, this name Half a Pear speaks about how creativity works, kind of. It's always like an exploration, trial, errors. Every time you're creating something, there's always room for more. It's never like 100% complete. I feel like even if like one piece is complete, you're always gonna want to push it push the idea somewhere else. Like, I don't think artists ever like create something and then close the door and never come back to it. It's always gonna like spark new ideas. Like it's for me at least how creativity works. You have to follow like your strange impulsions as like a creative person. Yeah, come Mimi. Come Mimi. Come. Oi. Do you have anything to say, Kira? All that to say, I want to embrace chaos, imperfection, not feeling whole, being comfortable in the fact that we never feel whole, that being a fulfilled human being in this society is utopic, and that actually the fact of being unfulfilled allows us to grow in an unexpected direction, and the room for improvement that incompleteness gives us is what makes us have fun, experiment, and everything. And really, really, life is not that serious. Ah, no, not leave. Okay, bye. Again, I feel like my YouTube video is just gonna be me rambling about existential crisis. But it's okay. I wanted just to explain to you the meaning of my channel because it really deserved its own video. I think my cat is not happy. I wanted to do a Q&A as well, but then I started to talk too much and think about like so many aspects of like behind like the meaning of this channel that like I think probably the Q&A is going to be another video again. And thank you for your patience in me releasing the second YouTube video. I think I told you that I wanted to release videos twice a month, and then I published one video and then 2 weeks went by and I was so busy. I went to a market in Montreal. I did a mural as well the past few weeks. That took me like 4 whole days. Yeah, mural projects are not for the weak, but it was worth it. I'm gonna do a whole video about this mural, I feel like, and it's gonna be really cool to show to you. I took a bunch of footage as well. So yeah, the 2 weeks went by and I was like, I didn't do any YouTube videos and I have to be more organized about this. My chair is just rolling away. Oh, because this apartment, the floor is not even because this building is old. I'm releasing it 3 weeks from the first video. I don't feel like it's that bad. I also published a bunch of YouTube shorts to keep you entertained. My loyal 50 followers. I also, well, when I published the first video, I had like, I think like 7 followers. So that's good. That's improvement. 50 people on my channel. Thank you. But I'll be back to the regular schedule moving forward, I hope. I think the last 2-3 weeks I put too much on my plate a little bit, but it's okay. It was not forever. It was just for a short lapse of time. And woohoo, the sun is here. Hello, Mr. Sun. That's the beauty of freelancing, because I can do my own schedule, and if I'm busy a little bit more, it's not forever, it's my choices. I put on my plate whatever I want, and if I feel like I want to take more, I can. But this time I think it was a little intense. A lot of projects, but all projects that really energized me and fulfilled me in that moment. I also wanted to talk to you about something that I've been doing on Instagram and TikTok. It's an art challenge that takes place every week. Every Saturday there's a new prompt, and I am the host of this new challenge. I created it. It's called Art from the Jar. I have like a jar with prompts inside, and every Saturday I draw one from the jar, and then I paint it and then publish it, and then it's your turn to create something. So if you're creative or an artist that always look for new ideas or struggle to find inspiration, I really invite you to participate with us in this challenge. It's really simple. You just like see what's the prompt of the week. You can always also use prompts of the older weeks, the weeks before. And then you just create something, and I truly don't care what you create, honestly. I mean, I care a lot about what you create, but I don't care how you create it. It's very free, very open. You can use whatever medium you want. You can interpret it however you want. So yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about this, invite you to participate, And you can, if you publish it on your feed, you can use the hashtag art from the jar, either on TikTok or Instagram, so we can all see what you create and give it some love. And I'll try to share as much as I can. But so far it has been easy because only a handful of people have participated, which is amazing. I didn't expect, like, truly it was a challenge, like, for me to create stuff every week. And if other people do it, that's amazing. But so far I've been sharing the work of everybody in my story. To conclude this video, thank you so much for joining me again in my second YouTube video. I hope it was not too boring, because I'm still new to YouTube. I'm new to editing video, kind of like more long form content. I'm more used to the short form content of other platforms. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can understand better the meaning of my YouTube channel's name. And I can't wait to see you in other videos that I'm going to publish throughout the year. I'm going to try, as I said, to stick to twice a month. And I would love at some point to be able to publish more videos more often, maybe once a week or everything. But I don't want to put too much on my plate again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's still a small channel, but I would love to see more and more people following my art career, my journey here on YouTube. And if you have any video ideas, anything you would like to see on my channel, comment down below. I'm reading you all. Also, if you have more questions about the meaning of my channel's name, anything else, really, let's start a conversation together. Art from the Jar challenge is on Instagram and TikTok, and every Saturday, so you can join me there as well. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. See you in another video. Bye bye.